She wore no ruffles or stiff collars tonight. She looked more like the 25-year-old woman who had unexpectedly learned she was to become queen, and not the cold, disciplined monarch she'd become. "You are my queen," Mikhail replied, his voice turning husky. The scent of her body lulled his inner dragon into a heady state of submission. He wanted to growl in pleasure and rub himself against her. She was untouched, the virgin queen, and Mikhail knew that was a dangerous thing to be around. A dragon was drawn to maidens. The purity in them was as bewitching as an uncut gemstone. Their scent alone could drive a dragon to sweet madness. "Don't you owe your loyalty to Ivan? Would you forsake your Tsar for me?" Elizabeth trailed pale, delicate fingers along the back of her chair, a coy smile upon her lips. "The Barinov family makes alliances with whomever we please," Mikhail said. He had traveled a long way from his home in Russia to come to the English court to arrange for a treaty with a clan of English dragons. He thought he would long for Russia, but in fact, he did not miss his homeland, not when he looked at this woman. England felt right, and Elizabeth, she was his true mate, and when a dragon mated, it was forever. True mates were sacred, and from the moment he'd seen her, he'd known she was his, the one destiny had chosen for him. There could be no other. He'd answered her summons tonight to tell her what he really was, and to offer her his heart and his love. He didn't care that mating her would shorten his life immeasurably. All that mattered was being with her. "Yes, the Barinov family. I was so curious when you arrived at court. The rumors I've heard are quite interesting." She came closer and reached up to brush the backs of her fingers along his jaw. His skin burned at her touch. Once they kissed, he would begin to bond with her so strongly that it could never be undone. His heart and hers would unite in a way that human lovers could only ever dream about. "Rumors," he replied, his eyes half closed as he enjoyed her sensual caress. It made his inner dragon growl in pleasure. They say that you have an ink marking on your back, a mighty dragon that is said to move." Her brown eyes were cool and impassive, but a hint of a smile lingered on her lips. That sense of unease returned as he studied Elizabeth closely. His tattoo was the beast's outward form when he was human. How could she know about that? He hesitated. Was now the time to confess it all? She ran a fingertip down his doublet to his stomach, making his abs quiver and tense. "Show me, Mikhail. Please, your queen." He'd wanted to show his true self to her for so long, and now the time had come. His heart raced as he accepted this moment, this unveiling of the truth to his intended mate. He'd spent the last year in England and the last 6 months falling in love with England's virgin queen. At last, he could show her his world. Watching her through hooded eyes, he slowly removed his doublet by unlacing the leather points and letting it drop. Then he removed his shirt, allowing Elizabeth to gaze at his bare chest. Her dark eyes surveyed him with a possessive gleam, one he recognized all too well. He'd come to England on a quest for a fortune in jewels to take home to Russia. The moment he had collected his hoard, he had clutched a handful of gemstones in his hand for hours, watching them glint and sparkle in the firelight. Elizabeth was looking at him now, as though he were a precious gem that she held in the palm of her hand. "How beautiful you